storm is coming, but I'm prepared. I'll be gone for a while, but don't be scared. Right now I don't know if I'll ever arrive. Where the grass is green, we're still alive. I hope I'll see you on the other side. I know that I'll be.
Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again on this latest video of the 401 Files. Me and Junior just pushed into a new forest. We've never been here before. We're going to do a 2-day wild camp. Right now we're just pushing through, trying to find a suitable place to pitch the tents. But yeah, should be a really interesting 2 days. It's going to drop way below zero while we're here, so we've packed loads of warm kit, which just makes the hiking a bit more harder. But yeah, this is going to be so much fun. So in true Junior and Ben fashion, we're still trying to find a place to camp. As you can see, it shows up in the video, the ground isn't that even, so getting 2 tents pitched here is going to be near on impossible. And to make it worse, we're surrounded by all these Christmas trees, which are really sharp. Pushing through them, getting whacked in the face by thousands of needles isn't too pleasant. So we're just looking at Google Maps, see if we can get a bird's eye view of where we are and try and get a better picture of where we should be aiming for. But yeah, we'll keep you posted along the way. It's all marshy, and you can see right in front of me now that it's so thick in front of us. We have to just basically close our eyes, head down and push through it. But how far do we push through this stuff before we realise enough is enough? Any thoughts, Junior? Here comes Junior pushing his way through Narnia. You alright? What's up?
Foam went straight into my skin.
We've pushed down the hill and pushed our way through to some bits of clearing that we thought looked like good spots for pitching the tents, and then as we got there and walked a bit further along, we've seen that there was 2 farmhouses just at the bottom. Obviously in the UK you can't poach, it's illegal, so we don't want any farmers disturbing us during the middle of the night with shotguns thinking that we're poaching, like illegal poachers. So at this point we're just going to pick up the kit and reroute again, maybe move a bit further down away from the farmhouses, because if we can see them, this is how I look at it, sure enough they can see us. And as Junior said, especially tonight when it gets dark and we've got a fire going, we're going to stick out like sore thumbs. So the plan now is move away from the spot that we thought was quite a good place and keep on going. So this is home for the next 2 days, and this is where we're going to be staying. It's actually quite a good spot. We've just been hacked to death, like through Christmas trees, brambles, thorn bushes, hawthorn, you name it. We've come through everything to get here, so this is the best we're going to get. We are quite a way away from the farmhouse now, which is brilliant. We're going to build a firewall, so hopefully that fire won't be spotted tonight from a distance. And yeah, absolutely perfect little spot. The only downside is we've got these little brambles there on the floor. Got to try and pull them up, but it's not always as easy with brambles. I mean holly, sorry. So yeah, try and get this floor as level as we can, get the tents up. Talila's going to chill out, she's probably hungry, and then we're going to venture out. It is winter, so daylight hours are less, which limits us somewhat, but we're here for 2 days and we're going to enjoy this. We're going to have a nice conversation on the fire tonight and just be us, chill out and do what we do best.
Pulling me back, I know not tonight. Pulling me back, I know not tonight. Pulling me back, I know not tonight. It feels like I can't hold
Right guys, as we always do, if you can, just please give this video a quick thumbs up and drop down in the comments box below, start chatting away. It's always lovely to hear what you guys have been up to with your lives, and also as well, remember to hit that subscribe button and spread the word. Feel free to share this video across any social media platforms that you may have. It's always nice to see other people promoting the 401 files and attracting new faces to the channel. So, Junior, on his quest for mushrooms that are edible, has just coined a term that he will now refer to as shroom-a-doom. If it's not edible and you end up dead, that is a shroom-a-doom. There's a strange glow to the forest, like these oranges and beiges behind me. There's also a little fog setting in as well. Everything's gone really quiet for the night, so everything's hunkering down. It's going to be a cold, cold, cold night. I know I keep saying that, but it really is. And I think the lowest that me and Junior got to was maybe like -7 or something like that, which was quite cold. Nothing compared to you guys across the pond, but still cold enough to wake you up. Or not. So it's 8:30 in the morning, just woke up. It was a bit of a rough night's sleep. I just don't think airbeds are for me. I think I need a flat roll mat, something like that. I've got all this space on the floor inside the tent, and I'm just constantly conscious about staying on the roll mat. Whereas if I had 2 flat foam pads side by side, I won't have to worry about that. So I think I'm going to trial that next time I'm out. Tallulah slept well. She's under here. Oh, right. Caught you, haven't we? Licking your beef. So yeah, Tallulah slept really well. She was all snuggy. The wind picked up last night. Julie, did you hear the wind last night?
Yeah.
It got really bad.
It was bad.
Yeah, the wind picked up last night. I think it's going to be bad throughout today as well and tomorrow, so that should be interesting. Other than that, nothing really much more to report. It was cold, but nothing that I haven't faced before. Didn't really affect my sleep when I was sleeping, so that's a bonus. And yeah, we're going to get out now. I'm going to go to the toilet, get some food, and crack on for today. You often have your sausage spit roasted like this, though. So inappropriate, but necessary.
Not wrong with a bit of smut on a morning, eh?
That's right. We're going to go out and venture, see what the surrounding area has to offer, and behind us you can just see this forest changes from mile to mile, so this doesn't look anything like the area we've just come from and been camped in, but it's always nice to see like a variety in different forests where we're staying. So I've just left Junior. Me and Tallulah are going to head back to camp because stupid me has left the main camera, the one that I like to film on. And so for the last 10-20 minutes I've been filming on my iPhone 11, which is not always ideal. You can't put it on a tripod and just walk and do the B-roll that I need to get. So hopefully I can find my way back to camp, get the camera, and then meet back up with Junior on this area. Finally found my way back to camp, thank God. So now I'll just pick up the camera and head back out to find Junior. Hopefully it's as simple as I've just made it sound. I think Tallulah remembers her way back. She must be able to smell Junior because she's leading the way, which she doesn't normally do, and it looks like it was the way we left, so I'm just going to follow her lead. Which way now, Tallulah? Trust me to be watching a ton of missing 411 documentaries and listening to podcasts about missing people in forests around the world just before setting out to embark on a 2-day wild camp. One of the things that was a reoccurring trend with these missing 411 cases was people go missing 9 times out of 10 while travelling with a dog alone in the forest. So my chances of going missing right now are pretty high. I like that. It only adds to the creepiness of it. Like, we've all walked through forests in our life, but how many of us been in a forest that we're not familiar with and just adventuring for the first time through unknown territory? I was thinking as I was walking back to the camp to pick up my camera and I was pushing through all this overgrown brush, I was thinking, imagine if I was just pushing through and like I seen this guy or this wild man that so many people around the world report seeing, even in the UK, just stood there and we both saw each other, and I kind of started getting that in my head, and I just thought that'd be crazy. Like what would I do? Must be terrifying to see an unknown creature of any kind in a place like this when you're on your own. So these areas, British Columbia, other parts of the world where people do report seeing Sasquatch, Bigfoot, that type of creature, you get the opposing side to that where people say if there was such a creature out there, we'd have found it by now. Me and Junior been camping in here last night, stayed over, and it's 100% guaranteed that in this forest with us right now are fox, badger, deer. But we don't see them all the time. In fact, you'd be lucky if you saw a badger. I've never seen a badger in the whole time I've been wild camping. So these things do exist out there and we know it, but you don't always necessarily see them. So something to bear in mind. I'd love if that snapped and you came rolling down this hill.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah, I'll walk up, mate. Don't you worry about walking down. I'll come see you. I'm not bothered, I'll come up.
Babe? Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to work we go.
Rather jolly this morning.
You mean this afternoon?
You're the best of the best. This is Rocky 5 training. Apollo Creed set to face the Ivan Drago. He's throwing in there some Mr. Miyagi crane.
Finish him!
If he dies, he dies. A lot of people now more than ever are trying to get out and do the wild camping scene. I highly recommend it. It's great for lots of different reasons, mental health being one of them. And yeah, but people are often put off by wild camping in the colder months. And to be fair, some of mine and Junior's best wild camps have been in the colder months. It's really enjoyable, the landscape completely changes and you just see everything in a different light. However, what I would say is that those who do try and camp out in the winter months are often put off by wild camping because they go unprepared, they scrimp and scrape on cheap gear that doesn't keep them warm, doesn't keep them dry, and so they have a bad experience and never want to do it again because they feel like that's how wild camping is. It's not. Wrap up warm, get yourself some decent gear that's going to keep you warm and dry. You won't really feel the cold if you've got good equipment, and you'll have a really good time. It'll be pleasant regardless of the temperature if you prepare for it, and you'll want to keep doing it. So yeah, don't let your first experience be a bad one. Just get the right stuff first time round and enjoy it. So it's getting dusk now. Just started to build a really miniature fire wall. Hopefully this will retain some of that heat from the fire tonight when we sat around it. And Junior's just chopping some more firewood.
After having a major accident.
Yep, he's just sliced through his foam.
Literally, that foam's useless now.
Basically.
I cut real deep and I did something stupid which I should have learned from before, but I had my hand too high on the stick. I was trying to chop something here, lifted the axe too high from my thumb, had my thumb in the way and it just caught it and went through it.
This could only happen to us two, you know this, don't you? I'll tell you what would be a great idea. Why don't you bring your dog, right? That's got like 5 sharp talons on each leg and bring an airbed. That'd be a laugh.
It's always a good shout.
Yeah, I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Seems legit to me. Just bring your dog.
Well, that's done it a bit better, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think this is going to work. You said I'm going to put this up. Just climbed into bed now, guys. Me and Junior have been sat around the fire tonight. Today's been a pretty chill day, to be fair. We just headed out early this afternoon. Went for a little explore around the area where we're camped. And yeah, so it's been really good.
Now getting all snuggy.
Yeah, getting all snuggy now. Came back and got some firewood chopped. And like I said, sat on the fire for a little bit, had some food, a bit to drink, and then yeah, Junior dried his clothes out. Then we had the incident of Junior chopping his thumb off, so we dealt with that. And yeah, now we're just in the tent chilling out. It's the last night of the camp. Being out here for 2 nights. Head back tomorrow and get planning with the next one. Hopefully we can do a week camp in the near future. That'd be really good. Even 2 days don't feel like it's been long enough for me and you, does it, June?
No, no.
We just never want to come home. Never.
Hey, go back!
Lock me up! Throw away the key! So today's the final morning. Slept really well last night, much better. I put my down jacket inside the pillowcase and made like a little makeshift pillow there. Junior was trialling 2 sleeping bags. We found that one was warm enough, so the spare one, I got to use that for Tallulah, which meant I didn't have to worry while I was asleep whether she was cold or not. And yeah, so because of that I slept much better. It was freezing though last night. I could feel like my face that was outside the sleeping bag, and whenever my hand would like come away from the snuggled up position, I could just feel exactly how cold it was. But it's always nice when it's like that outside, and inside you're all snug as a bug. So I've got to be up on the main track for 11. I'm getting picked up at 11, so I think it's about 9 o'clock now. Gonna start packing down, see if Junior's awake. If not, wake him up and then make tracks. So we're just packing away. Junior, how was your night?
Oh mate, I had the most toastiest night ever. Found my new sleep system.
Snug?
Yeah, 2 base layers, a nice synthetic sleeping bag and a pillow. I'm sorted. With my X-Firm, you can't go wrong.
You can, mate, if your X-Firm goes down.
Oh yeah, if it pops, so.
Just unfortunate mine did. So this is where we're going to head out today. So this tree line here, just behind this is a hill that's super steep. I'll probably film that as we're going up there. But at the top of there is the a bit of a way away is the road, and we've got to push through all that. So this is going to be a bit of a nightmare. Not what you want to be doing when it's this cold at 9 o'clock in the morning, but needs must, needs must. So to everybody who made it this far, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Much appreciated as always by me and Junior. Hope you've really enjoyed this. We are going to get out and do plenty more of these multi-day camps. And as always, if you can, please give this video a thumbs up. Drop down in the comments box below. It's always nice to see what you guys have been up to, and subscribe as well. Junior, you got anything to say?
What do I do with my hands?
Whatever you want.
Alright. Cutting my finger was definitely a learning curve that I need to better organise my first aid kit.
Tallulah's ready for home, so like we always do guys, take it easy, look after yourselves, and if you are in a position to do so, please help somebody else out along the way.
Always.
Until next time, take it easy, look after yourselves, and peace!
You all too.